In the wake of last week's big northern plains snowstorm, we are seeing some really frigid air building into the northern plains. Of course, last week's snow had a great deal of water in it. So for the first time really this winter season, many parts of North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota, even some surrounding areas of southern Canada are dealing with water content out of a snow that was around an inch or more. And so that doesn't really alleviate fall dry conditions, but it does change the kind of attitude a little bit. We're starting to get actually precipitation that means something. But now that the weather has gotten very cold, while there will be some snow that will be accumulating the next couple of weeks, it looks like these will mostly be of that lighter water content. Jet stream right now, of course, the frigid weather beginning to get ready to dump into the northern plains. By frigid, I mean high temperatures near and below zero, and that's what we're looking at around here, probably for the rest of December, most of the rest of December in southern Canada and extreme northern parts of the U.S. It will stay below freezing throughout the Great Lakes, Iowa, much of the Midwest, and it's actually getting pretty cool down south. You go to South Florida, you can still find some warm weather. Southern California is actually not all that hot. There are some comfortable temperatures, surely, but as this primary jet stream dives really far south late in the week, there's going to be some pretty chilly weather getting down into at least the northern part of Florida, and that's actually going to push the warmest air off the end of the peninsula. So get to be around Christmas Eve, and they might not even be doing a lot of water skiing in Key West. It'll be a little cooler. Frigid weather into the northern plains this weekend as well. I do expect as we go into next week with the jet stream just meandering a bit that the iciness of this frigid air will lose some of its punch, especially toward the end of the year. But it's going to stay really a very cold pattern, I expect. Northern plains, Great Lakes, and some sub-freezing air getting down into the deep south for the Christmas, New Year time of year. So pretty cold weather pattern. The big snows this week will be right here through the Middle West, and another wave of cold weather as that settles in. That'll, of course, change over to a mix, and then finally showers and thunder showers down along the deep south. Pacific Northwest stands to get some moisture. Most of this in the northern plains. There may be a couple of weather systems this week, but I think the rain amount or the snow amounts will be not as substantial, and the water content very much not substantial. Next week, same thing. This will likely be mostly dry snow, a little bit of rain in the south and the far Pacific Northwest. Actually, the last week of the year is looking, except for this kind of little clipper storm track right in through here, like a fairly quiet week across the country. And except for maybe downstream of the Great Lakes, this particular arc of snow not likely to yield any significant precipitation amounts, just snow and blowing snow.